everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. First of all, I want to announce that I have actually changed the name of my channel. Reason behind this is because my Instagram handle is different and I wanted it to kind of coincide with my YouTube channel, and I really didn't want to change my Instagram, mainly because my Instagram has quite a personal meaning. So it is actually named after my grandmas Muriel and Betty, and the reason that it's named that is because they are the ones that inspired me to learn how to knit and subsequently learn how to crochet. So when I was little, they both at different times throughout all of my childhood did everything they could to teach me how to knit. I was a terrible knitter as a child. Everything I made had multiple holes in it, and I don't think anything ever survived. Like we never kept anything that I ever knit as a child because it was horrendous. But they are the reason that I learned how to knit. So that was the reason for the channel name change. So you'll now see it appear as Muriel and Betty, or Muriel and Betty Knits. So yeah, that's the first announcement. Second one is that it is summer holidays now, so my children are off school. So what that's going to mean is that there'll probably be a lot more background noise, a lot more interruptions, although they're currently quite quiet because they're watching TV downstairs. So I've snuck away for 5 minutes just to kind of catch everybody up on what I've been doing this weekend, and projects I've started or finished. So yeah, let's get started with that. So this weekend we went to the zoo, very exciting. We were meant to go last weekend for Edward's birthday and mine and my husband's anniversary, but the weather wasn't looking very good, so we went this weekend instead. And the zoo is just over an hour away that we were going to. We went to Colchester Zoo, which was really good. Highly recommend it if you sort of live in Kent or Essex or the surrounding area. It's a big zoo and the enclosures are really nice. The animals all seem relatively happy, and we had a really good day. So obviously it was quite a long drive, and I thought I would get a little bit of crochet done. As I mentioned in my previous vlog, we've got a few pregnant girls at work, so I wanted to kind of get a head start on making another baby gift. So I made this little guy over the weekend. So it's the same as the one I've knit before, crocheted before. It's a really simple little pattern, and I did it in this brown colour. I'm really happy with how he turned out. And this girl, she knows what she's having. She's having a little boy. So we finished that off yesterday. I've done little embroidered eyes, obviously for its baby, a little bow. I think I need to kind of secure the bow down a little bit more. It's a little bit on the wonky side, so I'll probably just go in with a bit of cotton just to secure it down. But I'm really happy with how he turned out. I also sort of didn't overstuff the body. He's quite squishy, which I thought was quite nice. A little bit of a change. So each time I do make these bears, this is the third one I've made, they seem to be getting a little bit better, kind of figuring out what I like and what I don't like, kind of doing with them. And then so the second thing that I kind of am close to finishing is this little cardigan, little baby cardigan. It's a free tutorial and pattern by SoWooly. I haven't actually watched the video tutorial for this, but there's a pattern on her blog. I'd say the pattern actually has quite a few mistakes in it. When I had made this one before when Daisy was a baby, so probably about 4 years ago. So yeah, I'm not too far away from finishing kind of like the main body of this. I've just got to finish seaming it together. So I've done this side, I finished doing that this morning, and I've just got to do the other side. So just sort of like sew the arm shut, put the front on. I have got some little pink buttons that are on order, and hopefully they'll be here sometime, maybe towards the end of this week or the start of next week. So hopefully I can kind of get that kind of semi-finished. The plan also is to kind of add maybe like applique flowers on the front of this, or even some embroidery, I'm not too sure, just to make it a bit more special. The reason that I'm making this little pink cardigan is I'm in the slow process of setting up my own kind of I suppose, little business. I want to sell like little special baby cardigans and plushies. So that has been a very slow kind of going thing because I've had.
Are you like gonna do a video for LABUBU?
Yeah.
Can you make me a big fluffy one?
Yeah, I got the yarn for it.
That's so fluffy though.
Nice and fluffy.
Now I feel it.
I'll show you in a second. Yeah. So yeah, my plan for this year really was to set up my own little kind of like Etsy shop where I sell kind of like little cardigans for babies and little plushies as well. Yeah, and we're getting there. I've ordered like lots of little bits and bobs. I've got labels coming and other stuff. I've just got to kind of make basically inventory. I have one cardigan that I have finished. This one should be finished. I should have this cardigan finished at some point in the near future. And then also this week I have promised the kids that I would have a go at making them a LABUBU each. So I did order some yarn for that.
My crystals.
Your crystals aren't growing though. So I'm just going to grab the yarn that I've ordered for that. So cool. So I picked up this kind of like a fuzzy yarn. So this kind of bluey colour is going to be for Ed. And then I've got this like purpley colour for Daisy. I've never crocheted with anything quite like this before, so I don't know what it's going to be, how it's going to turn out. But I have found there was a free pattern on Instagram, which I will also link below. She said that it might not be on her page for long. I think she's going to keep it on there for about a month. I know it's probably been like a week or so since I kind of like saved it, so we've got to work on that.
This one and this one.
I also picked up this for the skin, but it's a bit of a strange colour, and I thought it was going to be a little bit like lighter, a bit more peachy, but it's kind of got a weird, bit of a weird colour to it. So that's going to be for the skin tone, and then we've got like this fuzzy yarn for the bodies. I also picked up 2 balls of this kind of it's like a chenille soft kind of green colour. I want to make a couple of leggy frogs, kind of as like an emotional support type thing for one of the girls at work. She's actually one of our managers. She unfortunately has to deal with a lot of like stress at work, and I thought it might be quite a nice little thing to do her like a little leggy frog. I might double up the yarn, I'm not too sure because it's very thin. It's very fine, almost like DK weight, so the frog will be really small, which might be nice, like a little pocket frog. But so yeah, I'm not too sure if I will actually get around to starting the LABUBUs in this vlog or not. So that might be something that I end up taking on our little camping trip with us. So all of the yarn that I've just shown you I did get from Temu, along with some little kind of
what are these
tags to put my little stamp logo on. Again, when I do start my business, I'm going to kind of like put a little logo on everything, obviously removable, but to kind of a little label. And I also got some more safety eyes to go in my collection. This one is like a white pupil, which is quite cool. Yeah, that's kind of like everything just to kind of catch up on from this weekend really. And yeah, so I'm probably going to go downstairs with this munchkin now, and then maybe do a little bit of seaming up on this. Like I said, I really hope to kind of get all the seaming on this cardigan done, so that I can then work on maybe like either the applique or the embroidery on this cardigan. So I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. guys, just a quick check-in. So I have finished this little cardigan now. I want to, I think, embroider some little roses on it, but I'm thinking that it'll probably be a good idea to block it first, just because I think some of the stitches, I think it just needs a good soak and a dry out so that it can kind of like even out as a whole. So I'm really glad that I've finished this cardigan now. And then I think I'm going to be starting on the next baby cardigan. I think, I can't remember if I spoke to you about that or not, because my daughter was so annoying. That sounds really awful, because yeah, she was just excited and just in the way. So my plan is a very similar cardigan to the one that I have already done. I'm going to be doing it in a blue, because I think I did mention that she is having a boy. And then I hope to do sort of maybe a little crochet scene on the back of this cardigan. I was thinking maybe like a little rainbow and cloud and maybe a sunshine, something along those lines. We'll have a little think about it maybe when it comes to actually finishing the cardigan off. So I'm just going to go and cast that on now. The kids are currently like bouncing around the living room watching Sing. We've been to the park and I'm currently waiting for my dad to text me and let me know when he's home, because the kids want to go and see him briefly. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to kind of catch you up on at the moment. Hopefully I'll have some progress on this new baby cardigan. Yeah, so we're going to go block this now. To do that, I'm just going to probably soak it in a little bit of fabric conditioner, not too much, and then just kind of pin it and then let it sit out in the sun and dry. Although it's just cloudy now, I wouldn't say there's any sun, but maybe the warmth will dry it off a little bit. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. Good morning guys, it is now Wednesday. Yesterday I had work, so I didn't really do much sort of during the day, knit or crochet wise. I've made a decent sort of start on this blue baby cardigan. So this one's going to be exactly the same as the white one I've made, but like I said, I think I might add a few like applique details with this one. And then last night I made, it's all tangled up, this little guy. How cute is he? He is just a Leggy Frog. He was a free pattern. I think he's a tutorial on YouTube as well. He took me probably about an hour and a half, which seems like such a long time for something so tiny, but I'm not particularly quick when it comes to crochet, particularly with plushes. I just take my time. I don't want to make too many mistakes, although I did make a mistake with this one. I've managed to kind of end up with too many rounds, too many stitches across the top. So he's got a bit of a bigger head and then he sort of thins out around the body, because I did realise and then decreased as I kind of put the arms in. I don't think she'll notice, but all I've got to do is just get that wrapped up and write a little note for her before I leave today. And then also I found out yesterday that one of our optoms is expecting, so we have 3 pregnant girlies at work, which is really exciting. And of course I'm going to be making her a baby cardigan along with like a little like cuddly of some sort. I did cast on, not very far, as you can see, a little yellow cardigan. She is going to be a girl, which is really exciting, and I opted for yellow because I thought it'd just be a little bit different from pink. Her baby is due in December. It turns out she's actually 5 months along. I was just hiding it for a really long time at work, so that was really exciting. So more baby gifts, more baby cardigans to make. And then I've also just got to get through today, and then I'm off work for 2 whole weeks. Tomorrow I've got to take the kids out because Daisy really needs some new trainers, and then Friday we're going to go see some Animal Man. Hopefully I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. everyone, it's now Thursday afternoon and I've made a little bit more progress with both the baby cardigans. So with the blue one, because it was all just garter stitch, it's one of those knits that's going to be quite monotonous, I guess. So it'll be one of those things that I'll probably just work on in the evenings when I'm watching TV or something like that. It's one of those patterns, again, that you don't really have to think about. I'm working on the back section of that at the moment, and you basically knit garter into about 6 inches, and then you cast on for the arms, and then once you've done the arms, you then kind of like divide for the front. So that one's quite simple. With the little yellow cardigan, I've made a little bit more progress. I'm really enjoying this pattern, actually. It's got a little bit more going on. So we've got these little garter stitch details here. It's also kind of got buttonholes as well that I'm working on, and the front is kind of knit as like a circular yoke. So that's a little bit more interesting to work with. Plus there's a pattern that I kind of have to follow for that. I think once you get to a certain point, you then I think divide for the arms, and then you work the most of the body and just stocking it. With that pattern, I'll link that below. It is a 5-hour baby cardigan. It's a free pattern. So today what we did, we went out this morning and I got the kids, both the kids actually, some new trainers, and then just kind of had a little wander around town, popped into a few charity shops, and Daisy managed to get herself a second-hand like cuddly Anna doll, which she's really happy to get. It was only £3.49, so she was really happy with that. We didn't find anything for Edward, but we did have to go and pick him up a new tablet, because he usually uses just a really old mobile phone as a tablet. He kind of like plays games or watches YouTube on that, but my mum actually dropped that yesterday and completely smashed the screen, so we had to buy him a new tablet ready for when we go camping and holiday, because he would not be impressed not to have one. And I don't really want him like constantly using my phone or my husband's phone. So that's what we did today. There's not much really going on for the rest of the afternoon. I've got some housework to do, and just maybe sealing a few rows here and there on either one of these cardigans. I'll probably work more on the yellow one, just because it's a little bit more interesting to work with. Like I was saying, the blue one's just a bit boring to work with until it comes to kind of like putting it all together. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to do some applique for the back of that to make it a bit more interesting. Then I'm kind of just trying to figure out what it is that I want to do for this second baby. So obviously I've made a little teddy bear for the girl that's having a little boy, and with the little girl, I don't know if I want to do another bear or whether I want to do something a little bit different. I might pop on the screen a few options of patterns, little plushies to do. Maybe you guys could let me know what you think I should make the little girl as her kind of like plushy, kind of cuddly. So that's it for this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me. Next up will be camping, so I'm going to bring you along then. I might just take the cardigans with me rather than starting a new project for camping, or I might take, or hopefully by that time I would have figured out what plushie I'm going to do, so I might take that with me instead, or I might just take all of them, so I've got a bit of variety to work on. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and think about subscribing to my channel. It really helps it out. And leave a little comment below just saying hi. Thank you again, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye.